Hello and welcome to Grounded. You're hanging out with Mizer today. I am just about to start up. Now, I am on the mode selecting mode. I don't like to do creative. I typically like to have a little bit more of a challenge. Pardon the birds you can hear in the background. They are a little feisty today. With the survival, this is a good, just simple, flat out way to choose the mode that you want. But I typically like to customize my mode. Click on this W. I don't mess with any of this stuff up here. I do like the quests. Sometimes I'll turn it off though. What I do is I come down to here. Player damage is off. Friendly fire is off. Pen invincibility is on. And then menu pause game and the handy nat. I like the handy nat. You can actually kind of cheat and scout ahead with the handy nat, which is actually really nice. And then of course I changed the respawn with you so that you don't actually drop your backpack. There's nothing worse than being on the other side of the world from where your bed is at and accidentally dying and then having to run all the way back. It's the worst. All right, so we'll go ahead and click accept on that. I typically like Hoops because she's cute like me.
Get one from me, you foul bees! You think you outsmarted me? The mighty Muldoon? I don't think so, Yoked Girth.
Stay tuned for what happens next on Yoked Girth. Now a word from our sponsor.
Kids, are you ready for a new wild and wacky puncho fruit flavor? Introducing Apricot. It's a punch to the gut. Stop by, fill up, and make sure you get your Billy Hog hot dog.
These commercials are pretty funny and they remind me of like the 80s cartoons.
Good morning, Brook Hollow. Today is October 20, 1990. This is your news. We have a special breaking report. The police department has released information that more local teenagers have gone missing. They were last seen earlier this week, and the only connection between the teenagers is that they are all students at Brook Hollow High School. This
Foreboding.
could be linked to the disturbing trend of other possible abductions and missing teenagers from our otherwise
The
quiet
plot on
towns.
this is actually pretty
If
legit.
anyone has seen the teenagers or has any other information, please contact the police department. The mayor of Brook Hollow has put a curfew into effect.
There we
for
go.
anyone under
All right, let's
18
go ahead and
starting
skip the
tonight.
rest of this. Here we are. Teeny tiny in a crevice. Okay. Come on.
Can't remember what happened. Hey! Where am I? What the heck is this place? Everything seems so big. Whoa. Or am I really, really small?
Really, really small. There we go. Here's the WASD, or just our movements. Okay. Jump. Then.
Does that weevil have asthma? Can insects get asthma?
All right, now our shift and run. There we go. All right,
That's a
that
quick
should.
little fella. Kind of cute, too.
This right here, you can drink from the water, but don't do it. It's gross. Nasty water. All right. I run through here and I pick up every single piece of fiber I can find, especially in the very beginning. It's super handy. Once you pick up the spinning wheel, it becomes a little less important. Ah, there's the...
This
Oh.
is getting real. You got this, Hoops.
Signal detected.
One of the other things I always
Mother!
do is grab the sap.
What was that?
Sap and plant
Some sort of
fibers at the
signal?
very, very beginning of this
Maybe it's
game
coming
are
from nearby.
super important. You use them for basically everything, and there's really no way to collect them. Head down over here to this little outpost. This field station. Now, there's a bit of a trick to
guessing this
this.
isn't the
This
only
only
one of
has
these science pods.
3
I should keep searching and see
analyzations.
what else I can
I don't know
turn
if
up.
that's a word, but it is now. But you'll notice you pick up all kinds of stuff really early, really quickly in the game. So I pick up the ones that are going to be most helpful to me, and I'll scan these first. Sap is super important, and then the rock actually gives you the ability to make weapons and stuff. The workbench and the torch are super important. Okay, and then the rock, and we'll save the other 2 for later. It takes about a minute for this to charge up here. I don't pay any attention to this. But we want to do this one next because the sprig is going to also create a lot of different things. Ooh, let's see. Where are we going? This game at the very beginning, it's not too difficult to get started. It gives you a very, very clear indication of what you need to do. Ooh, aphid poop. Or honeydew. This is probably where we're going to be having our little house at for now. It's got a little bit of safety. It's like a little cave. Right. Every piece of sap you pass, grab it. And this is what we're looking for.
Is that a
The mysterious
court?
machine.
Peeping goggles equipped.
Oops, accidentally hit X. And that gives us our peepers. With the peepers... Let's see, let me find a bug here. I can hear them. Watch them be inside here. Little stinkers. I can hear them. I'll show you later. Oh, here we go.
Where are you headed, Ant?
Hit X. And then hit E. And it scans. And it gives you an idea of what the insect is weak to, as well as what they are resistant to. Okay, let's go ahead and hit the target.
Ooh, light show. Aw, it didn't work.
He's as easily amused
Looks
as
like
I
one
am.
laser is blocked and the other is shorted out.
All right. This
Time
one
to
over here
get
is
fixed.
blocked. This one's going to be easiest to take care of. Hit C. It's going to open up your crafting menu. Click on the tools and let's make a pebblet axe. If you click on the resources required, if you don't have them, you can do a little hot craft and then build it. So this one is the one that is giving us problems. Yeah, I discovered crude rope. I don't know how I discovered crude rope. Alright, so that's 2. Now we need to take care of this one over here. So we're going to head back this way. More aphid poop. This isn't super important now, but it'll be important later. And since it's a little bit more difficult to find, I always grab it when I see it. I'll even fight ants for it. You haven't seen anything until you find a tiny person fighting a big old ant for a piece of poop. Right. The machine is here. That means we have to head over
Come on, reindeer
this
nose.
way.
Want a piece of this?
Ooh. We're going to need lots of this fuzz to make arrows, so grab it while it's hot. This game, there was another game that came out almost right after this. It was a few months, if I remember correctly, called Small Lands. And it is pretty much the same exact thing, which is really funny. I think that this one is a little bit more fun, despite being a little bit more cartoony. It's a little bit easier to navigate when you're by yourself, which, since I'm by myself fairly often, I really like that. It's
Watch it. Speedy coming
it's
through.
really handy not to have to worry about figuring stuff out sometimes. Ooh, okay. Plus, I really like the cartoony feel. It's cartoony, but it's still very, very nice looking. Okay, now I want to take a second and craft a spear. Spears are super fast. Okay, we need 2 crude rope. We don't have enough fiber for crude rope, and we need 3 grass chunks. So let's grab some stuff really quickly.
Yo, Ant!
Here. 3 fiber per crude rope. And of course, grab that sap. And just a single blade of grass will give you plenty of this stuff. Do we have enough now? Let's check. Yeah, there we go. Alright, now we'll be able to see if we can get through the grass chunks.
Safety first.
Alright, let's clear this out. Ooh, fast as fuck, boy. The stamina goes so fast in this. And by goes fast, I mean it comes back fast. Once you use it, it regenerates so quickly. Here we need a hammer, but we can't make one yet. I think we need to craft with rope, and since we haven't scanned the rope, let's go do that really quickly. Nice this.
Science.
Spiky sprig, roasting spit, that's really important. Ooh, we unlocked the next level. For each level that you unlock, if you haven't unlocked the items through actual items, it'll give you a whole list of things. Let's actually take a look here at W. The first level unlocks all of this stuff. Second level, you can't tell what it is just yet. These are obviously bows and arrows, some little armory looking things, more armor. This looks like maybe a shovel or a spear. Not sure what those are. I don't remember what they are exactly off the top of my head because I unlock everything religiously as I pick items up. And so a lot of the times these are already open for me. All right, well, let's see what else. Let's do a dry grass chunk. Stem pellets and plank pellets are super good. I love them. You can actually build directly from them now, which is really helpful when you're building a big structure. All right. Cool. Fox. Fuzz on the rocks is awesome. There's that might arrow. There it is. I missed it. All right, let's go. Can bust everything down. Because I'm coming in like a wrecking ball. Let's go. Head towards that little thingy. Hop over the puddles. There we go. I always get stuck on the grass. I don't know why. Ah, here we go. Right towards the center of this thing. There we go. You would think, having played this so many times, that I would actually be a little bit smoother in my gaining of items, but no, I'm all over the place, like always. There we go, and a few more here, and then we'll be able to get by. Alright. You don't have to come into this area in order to fix the little laser, but there's a few things down here that you're going to want to grab. First is going to be this bad boy, the Scabby.
Additional flavor scheme available.
Flavor schemes.
Whatever's rumbling down there.
This is the Might Rider Scabby. Then you have these as well. You can't pick them up just yet, but they are here and ready to go. You also have a couple of big old grubs underneath the ground that you can't get yet as well because you don't have the shovel. And you got some slime mold stock, which super handy for little lanterns for your house. There we go. All right. Grab all those. Okay. Let's go back to the mysterious machine. It wants us to grab some mushrooms, so we'll grab mushrooms on the way. These are really good to eat at the very, very beginning, but the character doesn't seem to like them very much, and I can understand why. I'm not a huge fan of uncooked mushrooms myself. I don't think you can cook the mushrooms in this game either, which is kind of disappointing. Now, while we're here, let's stop in really quickly. You'll see that these are all red, and it has common here. This one's blue, uncommon. The way I typically scan is I look for anything with a blue and scan that first.
Science.
Red ant helmet. And then we'll scan these later. Let's do this. Boom. The yard, look at that. See Skeletor's castle over in the back.
Whoa! Good job, giant explosion machine.
Right. Oh no. See that on the bottom left-hand side, my little drink meter is down to 0. It gives me about 1.5 minutes to find drink or I'll die. Okay. You can either hop up onto items. Where is it?
Feeling refreshed.
And drink it. Or you can poke the leaves with your spears, with your axe, your hammer, even a rock, and knock it down. So it is, press on tab, you can see over here, it is 1500. We know that there has been a huge explosion by the oak tree. If you look up, you can find the oak tree by looking for the red leaves, and we'll just run towards it. I feel like it used to be further, but it doesn't seem very far at the moment. Maybe it's just because I've gotten so used to it. Ooh, Tropicana. Tropicop. Tropicop. Punch. Right. More? Yes, please. More aphid poop. I hear some raw science up there. Hard to get. I'm over here saying how rare aphid poop is, and it's literally all over. If you hear that little... That's the sound of a spider. So we want to be careful. Right, if you lose your way, just look up,
Beat.
find the
Let's
red
find someplace
leaves,
safe and catch some Z's.
and head towards it. Ah, this is why we're hearing the little... Along this fence here, there is several spiders. So we're just going to come kind of to the right, and we're going to leave them alone right now because I am not prepared to take on an orb weaver. Hate you, ant. Okay. Here's the tree. There's lots of ants over here. There's an old anthill. There you go. There's an old anthill here. Great place to get ants. Not a great place to get ant eggs. Okay. One of the big things that's over here is going to be these little acorns. This place used to be so scary to me the first time I did it. I was terrified. Oh, we got some acorn bits. Acorn bits are tasty. It's pretty easy to get these little chunks of acorn. The one thing you do have to be careful about is this little hole right here. Underneath the tree is the spider's den. So you've got two pretty chunky little dudes back here.
Gotta get them all.
We've got the wolf spider, weaknesses chopping, slashing, spicy, resistance, stabbing, fresh. Got an ant who's trying to fuck around and find out. Actually, the wolf spider doesn't attack the other ants and aphids and stuff. Every once in a while, you'll find little broken bits around the tree, which are kind of nice. You don't have to worry about breaking stuff open to grab them. There we go. You can grab as many of these as you want. There's a ton, and they respawn so quickly. Like to grab a good chunk. I'm getting lots of acorn bits. Now, if you look up, you see this pink miasma up here, right? Always, always grab these if you have a second and you're not in danger. Give it to me. Come on. There we go. Tons of sap. You're not going to have enough sap for the first 30 days. Actually, we're going to build sap collectors and then it'll be fine. But still, Grab it all. Take it all. There's the spiders over there. Sap. Over here, there's a spider that likes to menace me. Every time I try to come out of this door, he pops up here and just scares the crap out of me. Not funny. So this is the Oak Lab. And it's pretty cool. Also, forgot I didn't open the door yet. Oopsie. Inside the Oak Lab, you've got raw science as well as these little tapes.
They appear to be a byproduct of the shrinking process.
Another
If I adjust the
scanner.
machine to account for their existence, it should be the key to the
Scanning important looking bits.
expanding process.
Arm guards, knee guards.
Virgil, please bring up the
And the Red
readings for
Ant
the
Club.
irregular covalent SNPI 42Z particle traces. Ugh, that name is going to get tiresome. And while you're at it, rename all references to the irregular covalent SNPI 42Z particle to raw science.
Order received. Raw science identified. Does it require cooking, flipping, or grilling?
No, none of those. Categorization.
Okay.
That answer is not permitted, according to health code standards governing the handling of raw food items.
Okay, open the door. Within the door, we've got this little water cooler. You can actually drink from this and fill your canteen, which is really nice. It can be super handy to build either on the tree or close to the tree at the very beginning because of this. It's a little bit challenging, especially if you're playing with a group, to give everybody enough water. Oh, they also have these little file folders. This one is in beginning test 45. I'll let you guys read that if you'd like. And then Burgle. Come on,
I've got
Burgle.
you. Don't worry. Let's get you back in action.
System
Oh
reboot
my
in
goodness.
progress.
Burgle looks like a 1980s
Thanks
cartoon
for the helping
sidekick.
hand. I am Burgle, acting science
Here's
manager
that
for this project.
raw science I
I
was
am
telling
also
you
a
about.
robot. I am sure this all must be very disorienting for you, but hopefully I can explain.
So disorienting. More raw science. This is actually the back of that anthill. We'll go down there later. I get lost down there really badly, so I need equipment before I go. Otherwise, I'll die. I'm gonna let you guys pause and read these if you want. I've already read them a dozen times over.
Why are you here in the yard? I do not. A recent power surge, and what's worse, the explode. Sorry to pile on the bad news. You are here. This is the base of operation. Dr. Tully is a brilliant. He is also my creator. However, I have been recently promoted, although now that I am processed, and now I cannot recall when. It seems you and I are both a little discombobulous. Given my best. In other words, you have shrinking can be a traumatic to return to your prior size. Unfortunately, my readings indicate I am sorry, but it appears. Haha! That is processing! Memory fault. Arg! I am sorry. Without those memories, Dr. Tully used two types of auxiliary chips. Our small super chips are special. If we are going to fix the space, I suggest exploring the other. Dr. Tully has built many more processing. Error. Files, cheese, and fries. The lab locations are, but we are in luck. The hedge lab is the observation center of the yard. You will find the hedge near the house. Try to find the hedge lab first. But that reminds me. Dr. Tully locks the important labs with. Head over to the ASL terminal and place your hand on the biometrics. Once you are registered, you will be granted ASL grants access to daily. In my science shop, you can log on to the ASL terminal unless you have any other questions. Have an exponentially great day.
All right, Burgle, you talk so much. Bless your heart. All right, so this is what he's talking about. This is the ASL terminal. We have to just put our hand on the biometric scanner so that we can go ahead and get our DNA into the system. That way the system recognizes us. It's also going to unlock the ASL port here. And this is going to give us access to quests, which give us access to raw science. Ooh, Great Oak Beacon is a good one. The Grave Robbery chip is hard to find, but it's okay. And then kill 3 worker ants. Can do. Okay. And then it also gives us the science shop here. I always go with multi-story bases. This is a great one to get. It's going to give you access to so many different items to build with. And I love building in this game, so definitely my first go-to. Second is smithing stations. That's also a good one. Okay, got 130 left. Let's also come over here and grab these resources. Okay. How are we looking on water? We're good on that. And then another button here. Let's actually, before we go, stop at this scanner and see what else we can scan. We can scan 2 more items. Bandages is a good one to scan.
Science.
And then I guess we can do let's do these ones. My mold torches. These are good underwater, by the way. They don't go out if you go underwater. Sweet. Leveled up. Okay. I think we've gotten everything out of here. Everything that we can get right now. Down, if you turn to your right directly when you come into the door, go past the ASL terminal. Like a little zipper thing that allows you to go back and forth on zip lines, but you can't get to it until you have the assistant manager key cards. It's a little bit down the road. Now let's deal with this spider over here if she's here, and then get our booties out of here. I feel like we should have come during the daytime because it is dark AF here. Oh, and I ran out of stamina just as I was coming out. I like to try to stick to the right-hand side just because the spiders come from right over there. I feel like it makes it a little bit less likely that they're gonna catch me out. Okay. Should we just build over here? Ooh, armed raspberry puncho. Raspberry puncho. The ants will drink the puncho, so just, if you see it fall, grab it really quickly. Oh, this is the slowest thing to swing. Alright, let's build a house. I'm gonna come over here. Grab these. Also, more spiders down along this fence. You know what we could do? First, we listen to scuttling. It's this little, like, shifty sound that the spiders make. Wolf spiders. I don't like the wolf spiders, so I avoid them a lot, as much as I can. But we're going to come up here. Oh, I'm so paranoid. And that. More sap. This light here, look at all those little aphids. No, look at all those little gnats. It's clear here. Okay. There, it makes it a little bit easier.
I thought these gnats were annoying when I was normal size.
Okay. See, we can grab so many. Ooh. Oh no, we're full. We need a clover leaf.
These gnats are more annoying than my little brother.
Ooh, oh my gosh. Grab the raw science.
Science is out of control.
Did we get a... I don't think we got... Let's drop the dry grass. We don't need that just right now. Yeah, we didn't get any spider silk. Sometimes when you break the spider's webs, typically when it's already there, like this one was, it'll drop the silk and then you can grab it. There's more little... Let's go ahead and drop it. We've got enough to eat and we can get plenty more where that came from.
I thought these gnats were annoying when I was normal size.
Alright. Annoying but necessary, my friend. So there's a couple of things I want to do. First is going to be to come over here and grab a couple of clovers. I'm not 100% sure if I'm hearing something or not. If I get really quiet really quickly, that's the reason why these spiders terrify me. I'm going to come down here. I just need one of these. Actually, I need 4. My inventory's full, of course. I'm going to dump these because I don't care that much. Right over the top of my stuff. Get killed because those things drop like that. I'm going to be so mad. Okay. Alright. Jump on this. Actually, this one. You have to jump on this exact section of this leaf to be able to get up. I don't know if that's me or the spider. Okay. I'm going to set up a bed here. Press B for build. Here we go. Set respawn. Let's sleep 8 hours. How beautiful this is. As you build stuff in the yard, you'll actually be able to see the structures that you build in that little scenery. It's so cool. And it's such an interesting idea. I never would have thought of it. All right, we got that. Easy 100 science. We're going to go ahead and call it here. To everyone that's taken the time to comment, like, or subscribe, thank you so much. I can't tell you how much it means to me. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button. And if you want notifications when I go live or if I post content, which is typically Thursday, Saturday, and Monday at 12 p.m. PST, I am West Coast, hit the notification bell. Until next time, bye. Second thing I wanted to do is build a bow.